Welcome to a brand new branch on our CymaTree. You are tuning in to the mind of Mercury. I am your trippy Trip C Chase Clarence Calloway, and I am very excited and very honored to extend this branch to you, to me, to everybody making up the universe. Cymatic Sociology. What is Cymatic Sociology? Cymatic Sociology is all about you, me, everyone, and no one, all at once. Cymatic Sociology is first all about you. Yes, you. And then second, everyone that makes you possible once you as a spirit step out of your space. How many cells make up your body? How many family members make up your group? How many friends make up your social circle? How many people make up the world? How many cells make up an organism? So whatever you are, your idea of yourself cannot exist without a collective. So first, Cymatic Sociology is all about you. And second, it's all about the universe, everything, all the spirits outside of you that make you possible. There's two yous in the universe. There's you and individual you, and then there's TU, the actual universe that is created by all of the individual yous outside of yourself. Cymatic Sociology is all about how individual spaces connect with themselves to create their individual soul so that they can realize that they're alone and then use their vibration to join their soul into a collective soul into other spaces that have also created water and also are aware that they're alone in their emotions. And then this is where all of these individual souls can create one collective soul. And then all of these spaces that are using their individual souls to make this collective soul, which is now the universe. This is why the whole universe is vibrational. The whole universe is powered by our feeling, our heartbeats, our spirits beating our hearts and sending out this electromagnetic field. That's the vibration turning into energy that allows you to transform your body so you can make things matter here. So this is where once we as a spirit, all of us as spirits, use our individual souls to collect them into one universe, now we can bring energy, we can communicate our individuality into that universe so we can all see each other inside of this body of water. So this is why you can only see spaces that you're connected to. You have to feel like you're in resonance with a space before you're even open to communicating with them. This is what Cymatic Sociology is all about. As Chase Clarence Calloway, I've created the superhero of symmetry to communicate into this simulation how I, as a spirit, love to separate my mind from my body and function as a universal psychedelic psychopomp in infinitely awesome ways. Grounding all of this spiritual astral realm shenanigans into the body of Chase looks like channeling my chi through my caduceus, of the Calloway caduceus, when I get called away from Mercury, to make it work in the language that I have to communicate with. So then that's where I'm translating everything that I experience, everything that I go through as a spirit into this language so that we can all build upon it in a practical, comprehensive, and grounded way. This is how I as Hermes then turn into Tahuti. I as a spirit use my air to turn into earth because all structures are built through communication. So here I am, planting the symmetry and growing it into the ever-expanding metaverse of the Spideyverse 8-dimensional energy internet that we call the World Wide Web. The spirits creating the internet have called me away from my simulation of Mercury to create a body here and learn the English language so I can keep Hermeticism alive. Truthfully, true Hermeticism in the modern tongue and share the indigenous wisdom, the deep indigenous spirituality of how spirits channel their elements into numbers, into something that makes sense, so that they can create all the simulated natural matrices that allow us to experience and live out our dreams together. By doing this, I can provide the truthful trip-C clarity that I'm so well known for throughout the universe. As Hermes, I've created Hermeticism to communicate in all realms and realities, no matter where I am, how spirits create life, literally create the reality that we're seeing by vibrating at a certain frequency based on how they connect with their ego. And this allows them to then generate the energy that then allows them to build structures with other spaces who have done the same energetic dance. As Chase, I've created Cymatism to express how spirits coincidentally experience life based on how they utilize the energy created from vibrating in the connection with themselves to then create the structure that they are anchored to, and thus allows them to be aware of whatever realm they have thus created that body inside of. As Chase, I've created Cymatism to express how spirits coincidentally experience life once they've created energy from vibrating in their connection with themselves that then settled into the body that they are able to put their awareness in and now see things outside of themselves. And from seeing things outside of themselves as a body, they are now able to ride the vibration of whatever simulation they have this structure inside of, and thus they're able to reflect upon the universe with all the spirits that they feel like they want to be connected to. Thus, I extend our brand new branch, Cymatic Sociology, a series where I as a spirit can combine everything that I've created as Hermes and everything that I'm creating as Chase and bring it together into one series where we can observe and learn from the subconscious patterns that conscious spirits unconsciously play out when they are using elements and numbers to make sense out of how they connect with spaces outside of themselves. By observing how all spirits connect and communicate with spirits outside of themselves, we can always get a greater perspective on who we are as a spirit. We can always learn from using our individual soul to reflect upon all of the other souls that are creating reality outside of ourselves. We know that nature grows. We know that spirits are creating life right now, regardless of how we feel about it or not. So we know that we are only in control of our own space. We know that we're only in control of ourselves, and we can only communicate with reality as far as we are connected with ourselves. This is why the caduceus is so important and why I've created it as Hermes. It represents you using your snakes, your ability to have S, to have sex, to connect with yourself, and do this repeatedly in a way that builds your own T-Re. And now you have a tree. Now you have a stable spine. Sociology is a term used to describe the study of human social relationships and institutions. But of course, Cymatic Sociology is all about not just human relationships, but spiritual, all spatial relationships. How does one space relate with another space? Let's talk about that. That's what I'm interested in. More specifically, by spiritual relationship, we should really be focusing on your relationship with your spirit. So anytime we're looking at all these spirits connecting with themselves, it's always going to be that lesson of perception being projection. And what can you as a spirit learn about how you connect with yourself and you bring your own imagination to life based on how you feel like your ego matters enough to use your own internal soul to create the mental circumstances where you can express it as such. Since every single relationship that you have with the space outside of yourself is only going to be a reflection of the relationship you have with the space inside of yourself, then this is where we have to know and we have to drive in that life always has been and always will be about you and how you connect with yourself and communicate your circumstances into existence so that you can feel connected with spaces that you feel like resonating with and you feel like building structures with and you feel like creating a family with, you feel like creating worlds with. Life is about how you connect with the individuals that you are creating reality with right now, like all the trillions of cells in your body, for example. How are you creating life with them? We should talk with them about that. So I'm excited to see where we grow our cymatic reflections on the cosmically social interactions that make life possible. Stay individual, stay infinite, and breathe easy. Peace. Mwah.